Namaskar. On the occasion of World Asthma Day, I, Abhibroto Karmakar, Research Fellow, Department of Biochemistry, AIIMS, New Delhi, here to share my views on asthma. As we all are suffering from COVID-19 pandemic, it's high time we take care of patients suffering from respiratory disease. This year, World Asthma Day, the global initiative of asthma, covered the things under Uncovering Asthma Misconception. And I am here to share you the misconceptions which are leading in the field of asthma, and I will be highly encourage you to know about this field. Let us start and tell you what is asthma. Asthma is a chronic inflammatory disease of the lungs characterized by reversible bronchospasm. Is asthma a global burden? Certainly yes. According to WHO, more than 339 million people have been affected by asthma globally. If we talk in context of India, 6 out of 100 children and 2 out of 100 adults have asthma. Still, asthma is considered as stigma. When you look for asthma patient, what symptoms you should see? Firstly, they are seen with recurrent attack of breathlessness. Second, wheezing. Third, tightness of chest. Some even fatigue. What is the test for detection of asthma? Broadly speaking, the standard diagnosis is spirometry and lung function test, where capacity of your lung is being checked. Talking about the treatment guidelines for asthma. Global Initiative for Asthma 2019 recommends treatment into 5 steps. First, inhale corticosteroids, long-acting beta agonist, short-acting beta agonist, leukotriene receptor antagonist, and oral corticosteroids. This year, the misconception about asthma is the broad topic of discussion. Let me discuss you some of the misconceptions. First, asthma is a childhood disease and individual will suffer lifetime. Use of inhalers make it lifetime usage. Asthmatic cannot have normal life and depend on others for their routine activities. Let me tell you the truth. Asthma can happen at any age, even at your adult onset. It depends how well you manage and control the disease. Inhalers, they are highly effective, especially which are available today in market. They come in direct contact with your lungs and help in relaxation of your smooth muscles. They are far better than oral corticosteroids, which is being maximized used in the Indian population. Oral corticosteroids is systemically carried through the blood. What is the research scenario in India? There are premier institutes which focuses on the research in respiratory diseases. But truly speaking, comparing it with the worldwide scenario, it's not at worth. One of the premium institute I was fortunate to work is Chest Research Foundation. They did a study in 2011 called as Asia Specific Asthma Insight, which conducted study across 8 cities in India and concluded some interesting facts. The first fact which you will be shocking for you will be 75% never had a lung function test. 49% triggers was air pollution, 49 was dust, and 5% was pollen. When talking about the uses of inhalers, only 36% use controllers and 50% use rescue inhalers. Majority prefer oral corticosteroids. The use of artificial intelligence in asthma. Not only asthma, today's world artificial intelligence plays an important role in analyzing the medical data. One such institute is PGIMR Chandigarh, which encourage in using AI to assist patients using algorithm and software. Artificial intelligence is the one of the tool which helps in predicting the person who can experience asthma attack. Simultaneously, they help in the optimization of the healthcare management, which includes frequent exacerbations and even hospitalization data. One of the most neglected topic in the field of asthma are overuse of short-acting bronchodilators (SABA) and underuse of inhaled corticosteroids. SABA is a poor marker for asthma control. A study published in US team showing severity which includes hypoxia, hyperglycemia, hypokalemia, inflammation and can even lead to death. ICS, inhaled corticosteroids like formoterol, has been beneficial as more than 34 to 50% asthmatics. So, ICS is playing an important role in asthmatic patients. ICS has been suggested even for the COVID-19 patients by the Maharashtra government. The study has been conducted by the Oxford University. Talking about what are the new therapies and strategies in treating asthma, we can broadly classify the first as biologicals, second, monoclonal antibodies, third, personalized medicine. Although it is a term which can be used for long-term future by understanding the epigenetic modification to the person and microRNA studies. The use of antagonists targeting Th2 subset GATA3 and bronchial thermoplasty, which is done in most of the institutes, not most of the institutes, but less institutes in India. But still, again, I will say the choice of treatment depends on patient to patient, their severity, cost effectiveness, affordability, and various other factors. On a summary, I would like to conclude with asthma, a chronic disease where your airways get narrowed. It cannot be cured but can be controlled and managed efficiently. The point which we need to keep in mind, what is your triggering point? Where is is it due to exposure of smoke or the pollen or dust or exercise induced? And what sort of treatment you need to get at that specific point of time that will help all the asthmatic patients. Last but not the least, my appeal to the government. First, programs like National Asthma Control Mission should be appraised. Second, myths regarding asthma should be eradicated. More awareness and educate people about the disease. We need more trained person to show the proper handling of the inhalers. Most of the time, the patient don't know how to use the inhalers. Fourth, we need to encourage techniques such as artificial intelligence so that regular monitoring on the real time data for the patient can be done and which may be beneficial for several patients suffering from asthma. Last, but I would like to say research in the field of asthma is nowhere, especially in India. Institutes like PGMR, AIMS New Delhi, IGIB Delhi is doing some kind of research in asthma, but still it's very less. Seeing the sufferings of so many population from the asthma, I highly appeal to the government to highly encourage the research in the field of asthma so that we can develop new molecule and therapeutic strategies in combating the disease. Thank you.